Hello world, my name is Timster, and welcome to our new series, Digimon World 2. This is something disconnected, oh no. This is something I've been really excited to start for like a while now. It was a tie between FF10 and World 2. I wasn't sure which one I wanted to start with. And I figured why not give this a try on my second series that we'll ever play. It's a childhood favorite of mine, and I used to play this a lot with my two friends back in the day. And we were such huge fans of Digimon, like, when it first came out. War Greymon was my all-time favorite back then. The reason why I'm not doing Digimon World 1 is because I've never played that one, and I don't think I ever want to. Mostly because the highest level you can go in that is to the ultimate level with your Digimon. So it wouldn't feel like a complete run-through to me. At least here we can go as high as Mega, and kind of sort of beyond that, just a little bit. I just prefer going all the way to Mega if we can, so... but yeah, this is just a huge, throwback for me, and I absolutely love this game, so let's get right into it. We're gonna go ahead and start a new game, though I do have a lot of saves. The first thing to know is there are no voices in this game whatsoever. Well, at least no English voices, and at least not for the playable characters. So pretty much everything is similar to Final Fantasy VII, where you have to read it all. Let's see. Hey guy, let me through. I gotta see the leader. Hello, Mr. Unicorn. It's nice to see you. Let me see. You're Cadet Tamer. Your name is... And I apologize if the sound is louder than my actual voice. I'm not exactly sure of the sound levels yet. I'll fine-tune them in the next episode, probably. So to start off, the main character's name is, by default, Akira. I'm not going to keep him that way. Reason being, I have another name I want to call him, because it's what I called him in my original playthrough, way back in the day. It is a bit loud, though. Hold on, I gotta turn down the sound a bit. There we go, I think that's a little bit better. You have to turn on the sound on my system and in the game system. It's really weird. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna call him Timmy. Yes, you're Timmy, aren't you? Please go right ahead. The Blue Falcon leader is waiting for you. Alright, if he's waiting for me, let's get this over with. And yes, we walked painfully slow. Timmy, your training is almost over. You'll be a real tamer... I gotta find the right voice. You'll be a real tamer when you finish your last training mission. Then you can join the guard team. Okay, I'll do my best. I'm not sure if I'll do the voices or anything. I'll just kind of paraphrase and talk over them and explain what's going on. I'm never good at reading voices. Okay. Blue Falcon leader, here's Timmy. Zudocorn, I've been waiting for you and Cadet Timmy. This is your last training mission. I'm glad that you made it this far. When you're done with this training mission, you can join a guard team as a tamer. Yeah, they kind of repeat some of the stuff over and over again, so the dialogue isn't the best, but what do you expect from a in the middle of the PS1's life? I think it was, beginning to middle, then you can work as a defender of Digital City. That's the city we're in, just as you've always dreamed. Yes, Blue Falcon leader, I'll do my best. I'll defend Digital City with my fellow Digimon. Yeah. Hey, Timmy, don't get too worked up. Zudocorn and Timmy, this is your mission. Go to Boot Domain and destroy Leomon hiding there. Zudocorn, as this is a training mission, don't help Timmy too much. That's what everyone keeps telling me. Like in real life. Roger, Blue Falcon leader. We'll go to the Boot Domain to destroy Wild Digimon. Alright, shouldn't be too hard. Let's get it done and over with. And here we are at the... Basically, it's a launch bay. We pilot these things called Digibeetles, which you'll see soon enough. And that houses all of our items, all of our Digimon, all of our equipment. And that's how we traverse through these domains to hunt, capture, and defeat wild Digimon. Hi Carl, how's it going? Is my beetle ready to go? I want to take it for a spin. Of course, your Digibeetle is standing by. Hey Timmy, aren't you finished with your training aren't you finished with your Tamer training yet? No, not yet. This is my last training mission. After this, I'll get my own beetle, so I'm gonna do my best. Hey, don't push my beetle too hard and break it, okay? Don't worry, running over a landmine or two won't do much damage to my beetle. Yeah, they just keep going over the same stuff over and over again. I'm gonna try to let you guys read the boring stuff. I'm just gonna read like the more epic and more story-driven dialogue. And now they're wishing me good luck. We're heading over to the elevator. And come on. Also, for the longest time, I thought Akira had brown hair. It only hit me like maybe 5 years ago. His hair was red. Also, if you go to my like Timster Twitter page or see my my Twitch channel, he's basically who my character profile is based off of. Alright, so here's the map to Directory Continent. We don't really have a choice of where we're going right now, so we're gonna go ahead and head to Boot Domain. And let's see, our beetle is brown. Fantastic. Alright, I can't use analog. I'm so used to using those sticks. We've arrived. This is the boot domain. This is the boot domain. Stay alert. Yes, I will. I've been training hard for this day. I'm ready. So yeah, in this game you basically traverse these domains, which are basically labyrinths or mazes, and your goal is to go from floor 1 to... I'm not sure if it's the bottom floor or the top floor, but it's the floor where the boss Digimon is, or a boss in general will be. And you have to fight him and use the exit platform and get out of here. You'll see what I mean, because this whole boot domain is very short. There's not much to it. Now if you press circle, you got your main menu, which has your status, your Digiline, your items, your Digimon. You also have autopilot, which will take you out of here, and transfer, which lets you transfer items and Digimon from your server to your beetle. But you can only really do that when you're in a city or on the map. Aside from that, there's not much else we can do. Oh, if you press X, you'll find nothing here. So let's just keep going up and follow this path all the way over here for our first battle. Now you can press square and check out what Digimon you're fighting. And if you press X, you have card game and a few other items that you can actually gift to the Digimon. And by doing so, they can end up befriending you. But we don't really have anything for right now. So we're just going to skip that and just fight them. Come here, you little buddy. I do kind of love the music. Alright, so we have Gizamon and Gazimon. Weird how they have similar names. Alright, first order of business. We're going to have Akagi battle. And if you look here, you can have regular attacks, counter attacks, assists, interrupt. Those are different like categories of moves you can use, and each one can do something different. Like right here we have Lightning Sphere, attacks one enemy, Ice Blast attacks all enemies, and Tail Blade as a counter attack. I'm not exactly sure what the descriptions really do. Keep in mind, this was a Japanese game that had a rough translation of everything going on, so it's not exactly clear what some moves do and what others might not do. And, well, you're about to hear the voices of the attacks. So for now, let's go in for Ice Blast. It'll attack all enemies at once. Naomi will use Flower Cannon to attack one, and Dinogon will use probably Trihorn attack and attack the other. And here's the first round. Okay, that didn't sound too terrible. But yeah, a little rough. Some of the voices aren't bad when it comes to actual attacks, but for some you can definitely hear the Japanese dialect. So yeah, it's a little rough around the edges, but I still love it. That, for instance, was I think he was supposed to say Spiral Axe, but it's translated to Saw. Anyway, I absolutely love this game regardless of the Japanese voices, but I remember my parents coming into the living room when I was playing this, and they had no idea what the crap was going on, what these guys were saying, or why it wasn't in clear English. And there we go, that's our first battle done and over with. The only thing that sucks is, well, spoilers, these are not our Digimon. We do not get to keep them after this. But we will discuss what we're going to do, who's going to be our starter, and what we're going to do from here on out. Look, Timmy, that's a floor portal. You can jump to another floor when you step into it, but you cannot come back the way you came from. This time, we won't have to come back, but normally, you must be careful. Roger. So yeah, the good news is, you step on this platform, you go to the next floor. Bad news is, you might want to explore the entire floor before going on, because there's no coming back once you step on this platform. Sometimes it's not a problem, other times it can be, but like I said, it's a very short dungeon, so we don't even have to worry about it too much. And here, you can tell it's a boss floor because the walls are green, and you'll find these elemental platforms, which they're going to explain pretty much right here. Mr. Sunicorn, the floor there is different. Yes, very observant of you, dumbass. I'm sorry, that actually slipped out. That's a joke I had in my head playing, like, every time I get to this point. Ah, very observant of you. He's special. That's a specialty floor. It's blue because that floor is a water specialty. When you battle on a water specialty floor, damage from water technique increases. Also, the defensive ability of Digimon with the water specialty increases. So in other words, if we have Mega Seadramon here, he's a water specialty. So his attack will go up, and his defense properties will go up. So that's pretty nice. But the opposite won't work. Basically, we have, I forgot what his name was, but let's say we have Greymon with us, and we walk onto a water specialty floor. He won't be weakened because it's a water specialty floor. His stats will be normal, but if we're fighting against a water specialty, their stats will increase. So we still have to be careful, but not entirely so. Are there other floors with other specialties? Yes. Fire is red, nature is green, machine is gold, darkness is black. There are 5 specialties in all. If you know the specialties of Digimon and their techniques, you can take advantage of them. I see. I can make my Digimon stronger this way. But if I fight on a floor with the same specialty as the enemy, they become stronger. That's right. That's why you must learn from those Digimon. Learn about the different specialties and techniques of the various Digimon. Be careful not to battle on a floor with their same specialty. Roger, I'll pay close attention to the floor colors. So yeah, it doesn't just help our Digimon, it can help the enemy as well. So if we have, let's say, Devimon, and we're fighting on a darkness floor against another Devimon, both of ours will get the boost from the floor. It's not always bad, but at the same time, eh. Yes, we're about to meet the boss Digimon. What? How do you know that? Call it a Tamer's hunch. Or in other words, look at the floor here. You see how it starts off gray, goes to red, then continues gray before it reaches more red? That's a good indication you're coming up to a boss fight, and that's something we're going to rely on pretty heavily in later domains. So let's just go right on ahead and trigger the boss fight. There's no real way to prepare yourself, other than, like, saving before the dungeon, but eh. Who are you? A weakling guard tamer? Do you think you can defeat the boss of this boot domain, the Great Leomon? Timmy, that's the Leomon we've been looking for. When you defeat this wild Digimon, your training mission will be complete. Good luck. Yes, sir. Leomon, here I come. And it's time for the battle. So yeah, obviously it's not just Leomon. It's Leomon, Vidramon, and Toy Agumon. And honestly, I had no idea who Vidramon was originally. But looking at the card game and stuff, it better help you understand, like, he's Vmon's alternate evolution line. He can go from Vmon to X-Vmon and, you know, all of his lines that were in the, in Season 2's anime. However, he has an alternate one, which he will be most likely following in World 2, which is Vidramon, then Arrow Vidramon, and so on and so forth. But we'll get to that when we cross that bridge. For right now, I'm going to set up Mega Digimon with Tailblade. Honestly, probably Leomon, if nothing else. And then we'll just... yeah, we'll take on Leomon first because he can counterattack, and I don't particularly like that. Volcanic Strike, and let's see how well this goes. Now, Leomon can counterattack, and his damage will increase the more he's hit for damage. So it's going to be bad either way. I just want him done and over with. And he counters pretty hard with an 87 attack. Okay. So I wouldn't recommend doing this strategy because it's not very good. But thankfully, when he counterattacks the one time, it's done, it's over with. You don't have to worry about it after that. And I believe we have small HP cure, so we're not entirely in a bad spot. Plus, you know, they have Digimon and Toy Agumon, which can't do much damage. Now, there is a chance my Digimon will miss their attack. And the unfortunate side effect is, if you have all three attack one Digimon, and he's already fainted, like Leomon just did, so that's great. If you have all three attack a Digimon, two of the attacks go through and he's fainted, the third one will not switch targets. The third one will try to go through with the attack, but because the Digimon is fainted, he'll end up missing, so that attack is wasted. And I believe you used up the MP for that attack, so it literally is a waste. Something else I didn't cover. There's three options: give orders, cannon, and run away. Run away gives you a chance to run from the battle. Give orders gives orders, and cannon, that'll actually let you shoot like HP discs, MP discs, and others of the like, and it won't waste a turn. That's the Digibeetle's turn, more specifically. There's also Z Cannon and R Cannon. We have nothing for R Cannon yet, but for Z Cannon, we actually have like Fire Blast, Water Arrow, and others like that. And this can actually help turn the tide of battle if you're in a really tough spot, but you have to have the ammo for it, which we may or may not take advantage of. So for right now, we'll go ahead and use Water Arrow just to show it off, and probably use on a Digimon just to weaken him. For now, we'll go with Ice Blast, Flower Cannon, and... this is a tough one. We'll try Tri-Horn Attack on Toy Agumon, and we'll see where we're at from here. Alright. How much damage will it do? 18. That's unfortunate. Yeah, the damage from the Z-Cannon isn't always that great, but, I think it depends on the ammo more than anything, so yeah. Attack missed. Nice. There's also always a chance your own attacks will miss for no reason whatsoever. What's happening here? And there's no way to raise accuracy like we did in Final Fantasy X, so it's kind of like you roll the dice and hope for the best. That's all there is to it. We'll go ahead and do a Lightning Spear. Same tactic as before, and hope nobody misses. Alright, let's see. Alright, Mega Digimon's going for the attack. And, oh wait! I thought I did Ice Blast. I'm a fool. But as you see there, Lilymon missed because she was targeting Digimon, who is now dead before her turn. And Toy Agumon is barely hanging in there, and his attack missed. Nice. So we got one more shot, and we've pretty much won this battle. There's really nothing to it. But as everyone keeps implying, this is only a test for us, the rookie guard Tamer. Here comes the final strike. And he is out. And we won! And yeah, they do victory dances. And for that, we get some experience, 530 bits, and yeah, standard RPG stuff. Not bad. I actually really love this gameplay a lot. It's very easy to get into, it's not complicated whatsoever. It's frustrating if you miss, but other than that, it's not bad at all. I actually really love it. And after you fight the boss, you just go through his floor, and go to the room beyond, and it leads to an exit portal, and I shouldn't be skipping the dialogue. Well, yeah, they're basically saying exactly what I'm saying. And with all of that, step on the floor panel, and out we go! And we should be back in Digital City. I forgot what this place is called, but I call it the launching bay. Well done, Timmy! You passed the last training mission. Now, all you need to do is join a guard team and become a real tamer. You did very well. Thank you, Mr. Zunicorn. Timmy, you're really good. But in order to defeat the wild Digimon, you must train much harder. Okay, I will. Next, you have to choose a guard team you like. By law, a tamer must belong to one of the 3 guard teams to be an active tamer. Oh yeah, I have to get you a Digibeetle. Then I'll give you a tamer license and prove that you have become a real tamer. So yeah, we get to name our Digibeetle, and we actually get to have our own beetle. It's not so great to start out, but it's also not very bad. Hey Carol, can you get a Digibeetle for Timmy? He's finally completed the training and will become a real tamer now. That's great, Timmy. Congratulations. Thank you, Chief Carol. Now, let me get you your own Digibeetle. First, let me check your tamer license number, then I'll prepare your beetle. Okay, your beetle comes with a steel body. It's designed for beginners. Now join a guard team and get a beetle browser. Then you can go on a mission. Thank you very much, Chief Carol. Mr. Zunicorn, I can finally be a real tamer. Thank you. And we got our license and our own beetle. Finally, you got your own Digibeetle. Give it a name. Now, I didn't really know what to call this originally, like way back in the day. And I actually forgot what I used to call it. You know what? I know exactly what to call it. Now, because I'm a nerd, this is it kind of makes sense in terms of what the beetle does, but this is also a Power Ranger / Super Sentai callback, kinda. So I'm gonna name him Buster. And that is actually referenced kinda to, Go Busters. I forgot. I think there's the 36 Super Sentai, so they're like my very favorite ones, or one of my favorite ones. Yeah, I'm a huge nerd like that. We're calling him Buster. That's a nice name. You're on your own now. Make sure you join a guard team that suits you. Good luck. And with that... Oop, one more salute. And with that, here is Digital City. It's actually a little bit more to it, like the individual guard teams, Tamers Club, Coliseum, and the Digimon Center where we can trade in old Digimon for brand new, fairly unique ones. For now though, I think I'm going to end the episode here. We have to decide on what guard team we want, but we're going to do that in the next episode because I actually want to think very carefully. Each guard team depends on like what Digimon we get, what items we'll get, and other stuff like that. So I want to take my time, refresh my memory, and we'll decide later. So thank you everybody for watching. I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am, and we'll see you in the next video. See ya, world! Or bye, world! How about we do something a little less squeaky? Bye, world!